Hello and welcome back to Venus Subdentum channel. In the last video I opened up the Rx300 box. We have it here. Everything's still the same. The only thing that's changed, the batteries are charged. And I got myself some coffee and this adorable Dora cup. And I managed to drink it all. Okay, we're gonna put the batteries in with one hand since I don't have a phone stand. Or a camera stand, what I could use. So this is pretty dummy proof, and I say that from my own experience when I was at the post office and I was putting the batteries in. I switched out the positive and negative ends of every single cell. I was wondering why it didn't work. Well, that's why that's because it has a short circuit protection. Pro Wismec. Okay, so here you can see, hopefully you can see. Oh, it's in the dark. Need more light here. Help me. Okay. There we go. So this corner is the plus side going down. Plus side going down on one. Kind of feels like you're filling a shotgun. This one has a minus side on the bottom, minus side on the bottom, plus side on top. And minus side on the bottom, plus side on the top, here. And this one goes to be the minus side on the top. Click it in. Know what I was saying? That it had a little space to move while the batteries were out. Well, that's not the case anymore. Beautiful venting holes, by the way. This is really secure, and I love the fact that it's a one-piece aluminum with venting holes on the bottom. That means it won't blow up in your face if you put bad batteries inside or unmarried batteries and fire it up on 300 watts and see what happens. If the protection on the board doesn't help you, at least those venting holes will. And there we have it. I took 6 puffs on it, vaping on the Iron Maiden side of the power range. So it's a standard Joytech Wismec board, as you will. You lock the keys by pushing both in, unlock them, doing the same thing again. 2 clicks for nothing, 3 clicks for changing the power, temperature, or TCR mode. While you're in this menu and it's blinking, press power once more and press it 3 times more. Oh yes, you don't need to press it 2 or 3 times more. You just need to press the left button to change between each settings for SS, nickel, or titanium. I really wouldn't recommend that you vape on nickel or titanium, since after 230 degrees, which is a factory setting for this mod, they start to produce vapors which are carcinogenic and toxic, highly toxic for your blood and the rest of your body. So I would really recommend, if you use temperature mode, please use the stainless steel. It's just much more safer for you. I really wouldn't want you to get hurt and then blame the whole vaping society for your heartless use of the titanium wire, which gave you cancer or some kind of lung infection. Here is the TCR. We're messing around it a little bit. You can switch from seconds to puffs. 1, 2, 3 presets of different TCR settings. TCR is the resistance of your wire So if you're using SS304, stainless steel 304 wire, it will recognize it if you set the TCR to the exact TCR measurement of that wire. So it's not on the temperature setting of the SS. That's for 316S, I believe. But if you have a 304 or 316L wire, you can use it by using the TCR. 3 clicks, left button, and here we have how many wattages it will kick the first puff. You don't want that on 300. Please change that back down, dial it down to at least like 80 watts, because really you're not gonna be vaping at 300 watts on this mod. No cotton or coil setup can handle that without burning the cotton and leaving you with a dry hit. Just dial it down below 100 watts. Trust me, you don't wanna vape it on higher than that. Okay, so to confirm that you set it to 90 watts, you have to press the fire button and then 3 more times again, so you can get back down to this menu. Here you can lock the resistance, so it doesn't change. Always lock the resistance while your coil is on room temperature. That's when it will have an accurate readout. I'm using a Cantel here. That's the safest wire. I used to daddle around in the TCR settings on stainless steel wire, but I found that 60 watts on this particular tank on a tank track coil is just a sweet spot for me, and I don't need to use the TCR. I just know when to control the temperature with my lungs instead of the board. But nevertheless, I did test this out. It works perfectly well on the stainless steel coils on the other tank that I have, and it's accurate. No dry hits, no problems with the coil dry burning the cotton if you're using it just to dry fire it. It detects the coil correctly, detects the material correctly, all the curvatures, everything that's programmed into the board works fine. Great job, Wismec. You certainly improved since the Rx300 and its flamboyant temperature control, which didn't work, by the way. This one, it works. Thank God. Okay, so we're past the TCR mode and the power mode. Just wanted to check if you could. No, you couldn't. You can just switch between the seconds and the puffs. All the other things that are displayed here, the voltage, the ohmage, and the amperage, it's the same. Oh, one thing I might add, the screen is not bluish. It's perfectly white and black, but on all cameras it seems like it's bluish. It's not. It's perfectly black and white AMOLED display. It just has a bluish hue on cameras for some reason. So works perfectly, fires immediately. You can hear it firing just when I press it, it fires instantly. I'm gonna be switching from this Wismec Jabo look of the board. I'm gonna upgrade it to Arctic Fox, just because it has more settings in it. You can put a clock on here, different logos and stuff like that you can't fiddle around in the Joytex. I'm sorry, Vismix programming mode. It has more options. Also, shout out for Vismic. Come on, guys. Why don't you give us more options to fiddle around? I know some things aren't safe, but you can at least add a clock to it. People do it by themselves. Why can't you do it like this? I mean, it's a nice menu, but for me, I personally don't like these boxes here. If it were a different color scheme, like it would be inverted. If it were inverted and this was like the top, which I like. White numbers on black background. Big fan of that. And where's okay, but just these 4 boxes, I don't know, on the Predator and on the Rx300, it just doesn't look nice. It makes the screen feel smaller than it really is. So maybe on the next update you could switch the colors at least. I want to use your official firmware then. But until then, I'm switching to Arctic Fox. You guys can check it out. I'll leave the link in the description. It's a great tool for it supports almost all of the newer mods, and it's a great thing. I'll put a video on covering that maybe tomorrow or somewhere this week. I really have a lot of other stuff to do. I can't record videos and stuff like that. But at least I'll show you how it looks around the menu and everything, how it looks in the Arctic Fox. Much better than this one. Although this is not bad at all, but I just got used to better. Until next time, I bid you farewell. Hope you have a great day. And go out and have fun. Don't sit around your computer all day.